Today we want to talk about the second of the 7 signs in the Gospel of John, and it speaks to us of a deeper belief. I want to read to you an excerpt from John chapter 4, verses 46 through 54. And again, we're operating under the idea that there are 7 specific signs given to us in the Gospel of John that are specifically said to build our faith. Here we go, John chapter 4, beginning at verse 46. And there was a certain nobleman whose son was sick at Capernaum. When he heard that Jesus had come out of Judea into Galilee, he went to him and implored him to come down and heal his son, for he was at the point of death. That nobleman said to him, "Sir, come down before my child dies." Jesus said to him, "Go your way, your son lives." So the man believed the word that Jesus spoke to him, and he went his way. And he was now going down. His servants met him and told him, saying, "Your son lives." And he himself believed, and his whole household. This again is the second sign Jesus did when he had come out of Judea into Galilee. As I said before, the Gospel of John is structured around 7 specific signs that John used to tell the story in a way that would build faith in the readers. The second miraculous sign given in the Gospel of John is found here in John chapter 4. Jesus healed the son of a nobleman from Jesus' adopted hometown of Capernaum. How Jesus did this miracle and the response he drew from the nobleman teaches us something about God's work and our faith. This desperate man came to Jesus and cried out, "Sir, come down before my child dies." The nobleman's plea came from deep need. He loved his son and was desperate to see Jesus heal his son. After all, he was a nobleman, a man of high standing and stature. But how little all of that seemed when he was at his point of need. Sometimes Jesus brings us low so that we will come to him with this kind of deep need. And we find then that the ground is all level at the cross. No man stands any higher than anyone else at the cross. At the same time, Jesus challenged the man, even when he was desperate. Jesus said to him, "Go your way, your son lives." Jesus asked the man to go home and simply believe that Jesus had performed a long-distance healing. Jesus made a severe test of this man's faith, forcing him to believe in Jesus' word alone. Often, Jesus healed others by actually meeting them face to face and touching them. But this man had to trust in Jesus' ability to heal with nothing more than a divine word. Now, what did the man do under the challenge? We read, "But the man took Jesus at his word and departed." That's how it reads in the New International Version. All Jesus gave him to trust was his word, but he did trust. Real faith is simply that, taking Jesus at his word. What difference it would make in our lives if we really believed what Jesus said. The man's belief went further than his own life. The text tells us, "And he himself believed and his whole household." The miraculous sign of Jesus developed greater faith. First, we're told, "And he himself believed." Now, I find it interesting. Didn't this man believe before? Well, of course he did. But now his faith was deepened by his personal experience of God's power. His previous faith and God's work combined led to more faith. We can take God's past blessing as a promise of future blessing. And then the faith he had then spread to his whole household. Now, look, you believe God, but your belief in him can be deepened today. It doesn't need to take a miraculous sign to do it. It only takes the smallest act of taking Jesus at his word and seeing him fulfill it. That will give you a new sense of belief. And you can do that today.